a religion that I felt comfortable with, and it's a religion that I felt identified many of the issues that I was dealing with at the time.
Let me ask you a question, sister,
Certainly.
because one of the misconceptions about Muslim women is that they become Muslim for a man or for their husband. So as you have said, you have made a researched and informed decision about accepting Islam for yourself.
Absolutely. And it is true that some women do embrace Islam through a male companion, a male husband, but I, as I did my research, and not only did I research, I studied some of the religions that I spoke of. But as I said, it was Islam that I felt more akin to Islam, in which I felt addressed many of the issues that, questions that I wanted answered. Mm-hmm. And in addition to Islam, or embracing Islam because it addressed many issues, it was the sisterhood that really solidified Islam for me, inshallah.
And what are some of the issues you see facing Muslim women here in America?
Well, I guess I'm sure that we don't suffer many of the hardships that other sisters are faced with throughout the world. We haven't been born here in America. We have been afforded many freedoms here, freedom to work, freedom to own our own business very comfortably, and many sisters here in America own their own businesses. Mm-hmm. I personally have not experienced any hardships. As a matter of fact, I think one of the things that Muslim women here face is the misconception of what a Muslim woman is. Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, we created a radio show.
But let me ask you, what is the most common misconception you encounter that people who are not Muslim think define Muslim women?
Oh, that she walks 5 paces behind her husband, and that she is completely and totally submissive to her husband. We respect our men here in America. We respect our Muslim brothers, and we work together. And that's one of the misconceptions that the sisters of other women who are non-Muslims feel about Muslim women, is that they don't have their own identity. We do, in fact, have our own identity. We own, as I said, we own our own businesses. We work outside of the home, but we do respect the male's role in Islam.
Okay, Sister Shukran, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister, just to introduce yourself to the audience and tell us a brief bit about how you became Muslim.
My name is Rashida Abdul Kabir. I took my Shahada 27 years ago. It was at the end of a long spiritual journey as well. But I was fortunate in that in my studies, both in the secular studies and in my religious studies, I had a friend who gave me the Quran. I didn't know what it was at the time. It was given to me as a paperback. I thought it was a wonderful religious poetry. And I mentioned it to a friend of mine that I thought this is the best poetry I've ever read. And it was only Al-Fatiha. And I remember him saying so very clearly, oh, you don't have the real book. And he gave me a copy of the Quran in Arabic and in English with the commentaries. And I read it from cover to cover and took my Shahada. So much, for me, every question that I was looking for, that as far as what our duties here are, what our purpose in life is, all of those things were answered. And I had no problem taking my Shahada. When I took my Shahada here in Philadelphia, there were very few Muslim women that you actually saw on the street. There were, and I work in Center City, and I would come out at